It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. What is going on? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
That's right. You still got boatloads of crawfish in your home, Virginia?
I don't have any crawfish. We blew through every inch of crawfish we brought.
Okay.
We brought like 50 pounds of crawfish tail meat from New Orleans, and it all went. We sold out of crawfish at the Crawfish Festival, too. So it was the end of Sunday, though, so it's perfect. No crawfish, but I do have a lot of gumbo that I made. I just had a bunch of random ingredients, so I had to cook them all up because they'll go bad otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd imagine that's the one thing. What is the shelf life on one of them suckers?
Well, not long. Most of what I had was vegetables, so those are like 3 or 4 days, and they'll turn. So I had to make up another batch of gumbo.
Gotcha.
Just what I wanted to do.
Right.
After making 200 quarts of gumbo, let's make another batch of gumbo. But there's some there on the counter for you in that little to-go cup.
Can't wait. Yeah, I love all that Cajun food.
I didn't put no rice in it so you can stay keto.
Okay. Look at you. Thank you very much.
That one is a pulled pork and sausage and shrimp gumbo.
Okay. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be good stuff. All right. Did you make Jaybird some?
I know he don't get down with all that.
Right. Okay.
He's not really a seafood guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, popcorn shrimp back in the day. I really loved it.
Okay.
Fish sticks too. Then I heard they were made out of shark tumors.
Drew had sent in an email just to clarify. We were talking about the tax day that was yesterday at H&R Block. Their software crashes until 3:45 p.m. in the afternoon. That's not good if you're trying in a rush to get your tax filings in. Drew said, just a quick tax fact, when you file for an extension, that doesn't mean that you have extra time to pay. It only means you have extra time to file. You have 3 years to file taxes, but the government knows how much you owe, and it's due every year, April 15th.
Yeah, my guy's trying to get it to that zero flat number where I don't get no money back, but I don't have to pay either.
That's the ultimate balance, right? Isn't that when you've done it? You feel like you've done it the best you can?
Yes, that's when I feel like I've done it the best. But it's a matter of getting all the receipts to him, which we didn't do in time, and blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of it's on us.
Yeah, we have a huge big old box that we drop off at the tax person. It's just full of receipts and all that stuff. My wife tries to organize them as much as she can to make it easy. But yeah, we try to write off about everything.
You can. I mean, in a job like we do,
right,
a lot of this can be written off. And you got to find a creative tax guy who understands taxes change every year. There's always new loopholes. There's always new things you can do. Find somebody who's creative and doesn't like to see people pay extra.
Yeah, that's true. That is key to find a good tax person. I got an email here from Ryan. He said, my wife and I are going on a cruise out of Miami in May, and we're going to have a one-day layover where we are staying right by Bayfront Park, Yotel, Miami. It's been years since we've been to Miami, and we're wondering what are the best bars and restaurants that are within walking distance. Any advice is appreciated. Yeah, in that area, probably your best bet is simple. Is just go across the street, go to Bayfront, or Bayside. You got Bubba Gump is in there, and you got Lola, and Jimmy Buffett's got his Margaritaville in there. So there's a bunch of stuff. If you want to get a little bit more ambitious, go a little bit south and maybe traipse down over the Miami River into Brickell, and you can check out some bars there. So that would be my recommendation. So you're going to be doing that. Cruising. Man, oh, man. Yeah, some people do it. I was going through, in fact, I got some stuff. Some of the worst cruise experiences that people have had. Some people like Suits loves cruising. He is all about cruising. I don't know, something about it, man. There's just a lot to it.
It's a very specific kind of vacation. It's very much you're in it, baby, with all the other tourists. It's a very touristy vibe.
Yeah.
It's nice to get off the boat and go try to be authentic.
Uh-huh.
Gotta be careful when you say cruising, though, because sometimes it means you are looking for prostitutes.
Hey, now, you probably do that. Yeah. What if they've got any hoe boats?
Oh,
Boat hoes.
Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
Yeah.
you know they do.
Yeah, that's their whole thing. They just go on ahead and they book themselves onto a cruise, and then they proposition people at the bars and just subtly blast them. I would imagine the cruise lines would get pretty hip to that because they would see the same name come up. All right.
I don't think you could do it with a main cruise line, but I could see somebody without a doubt having a yacht of sorts and getting nothing but hookahs, and there's just nothing but porking and just carnal.
It sounded like all the Diddy's boats.
That's what, yeah.
Diddy's loved to have that wild yacht party, and just everybody on the boat was porking.
Yeah. That was it.
Don't drink the drink that Diddy gives you, apparently.
No.
Because you could just have one and be on the floor.
Yeah, those stories keep coming out. They're waiting for the next angle. I think people are getting a little bit impatient. They want something else to happen ever since the raids went on.
Well, hopefully they found stuff on the raids and they're just putting a case together.
Yeah. I imagine it's going to take a lot for them, and they don't want anything leaking out.
I think what's happening, too, is I think Diddy's probably giving names to cover his ass.
Maybe it'll be interesting to see what he does if he rolls over on anybody. That's one of the big questions is, are people going to be rolling on Diddy, or is Diddy going to be rolling on people? Try to save his ass.
Tick-tock, J-Lo.
Yeah.
Your time is coming.
But they are watching. The Miami Herald had a story out today just that Diddy's son was in town. I was like, oh, boy. But he's the one that, that there's that one report that Diddy and one of his sons went into that room. There was a gunshot. They opened the door, and the guy's with a gunshot.
Extremely sleepy.
Yeah. That's the son. They're denying that story and saying that's ridiculous. That didn't happen, but,
It's crazy. It's a crazy accusation. Where's the guy? Like, is the guy dead? Do we know?
Yeah, there's so many half stories that are happening and a lot of stuff. I'm kind of just grabbing the little tidbits and trying to put it together, and a lot of it needs some kind of verification because anybody who ever probably even served Diddy a pizza is talking. I remember one time I served Diddy a pizza.
That's kind of what people are saying about some of that quiet on the set thing. Mm-hmm. That there was, a few bad things that had happened, but now a lot of people are going and making these things to get clout and to get money, and it wasn't nearly as bad as they're making it out to be. So people are calling that out for it being a business now to say, I was wrongfully.
It wasn't that bad except for the boys that got sodomized.
Well, they're saying that part was the real part, and then everything else was people kind of going, look at me, I've got a story. Mm-hmm. Those aren't my words. That's just what's being.
Yeah,
that's now what is being reported on.
That's what you got to sort out. Are these people that are just trying to get some attention, so they're trying to latch themselves into a story? That was the whole thing I always remembered. It was so high school. There were those girls, anytime there was a breakup or something dramatic that happened, they always tried to infuse themselves into the drama, and they'd be crying in the group. And how do you even know? You don't know what's going on. You're not even friends with this person.
When someone takes on someone else's drama and then makes it about themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so high school.
The comedian Anthony Jeselnik's got a whole bit about that. When a celebrity dies, everyone's got to go to social media. Yeah. And he's really saying, when you go on social media, you're really just making it about yourself. Yeah. Please like my sad post.
Right. Yeah.
Please share my sad feelings.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you got to sort all that kind of stuff out. And, of course, people are trying to find any reference Diddy has ever made. Somebody sent me a clip that people are looking at. Have you ever seen the movie, I think it's called Get Him to the Greek?
Yeah.
And you want to talk about a movie now.
That a Sandler movie?
No.
Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah, it is a movie that, now you kind of look at the cast. It's Russell Brand.
Oh,
Diddy.
Yes.
So you got Russell Brand and Diddy, just alone, those two in this movie. Jonah Hill is in it. Rose Byrne, who's done a couple of movies with that crew.
Oh, yeah, Jonah Hill had his scandals, too. You know that. Remember when he broke up with the girl and the leaked text messages? She posted them from the world to see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that wasn't like anything crazy for me. I was kind of like, yeah, well, he told you what he wanted.
But Diddy's basically playing himself. He's playing a guy named Sergio, who is, a music mogul. And there's all kinds of crazy wild partying stories and all that's going on. And there's one scene where Diddy is talking to this girl, and she's like, come on, you need to take him upstairs. You need to have sex with him. Come on, go up there. Here, take this drink and go upstairs. You're going to like the drink, and then you're going to have sex with him. And, of course, people found that clip. Like,
oh, it's fucking insane because that's what he's being accused of.
Right. So it is kind of crazy. So I was doing a deep dive on that movie and getting through Get Him to the Greek.
Well, it's like that Bill Cosby bit where he talks about putting the Spanish fly in someone's drink, and the woman acts, horny.
Right.
But he doesn't say horny.
So it is kind of crazy because
language.
If that really was your thing, I can't believe you'd say that in a movie, because I guess these people are just so brazen or so unaware.
Psychopaths.
Is that what it is?
They never think that they're going to have to answer for their crimes. They think they're going to keep getting away with what they've always gotten away with.
And the other thing, too, is sometimes it just bleeds into their art or whatever they're doing, and they probably don't even realize they're doing it to the point where, because, they don't think they're going to get caught.
Never.
So why would they?
He really did believe he was above it all. And look at his ass. Bill Cosby is out.
I mean,
so he kind of is above it all.
It shows you how out of his mind he was when he's calling up Eddie Murphy about bits he did about language.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this son of a bitch is
drugging and raping
people, and he's got the balls to call somebody out for their bit for saying fuck and being vulgar in their act.
Yeah.
Fuck Bill Cosby.
That's an insane person.
That's an insane, psychopathic, mad with power man.
It's borderline God complex.
I
because
agree.
You think no one's gonna ever,
You're untouchable. And he's right. Look at him. He's out. He's living out his days. He's not in jail. And he raped dozens and dozens and dozens of innocent young women that just thought they were going to get a shot at being a star.
I wonder if some of those people, they justify in their own minds, because I would feel so terrible about myself. My self-esteem would be so low. I'd feel like I am the worst person on the planet. If they've somehow in their own mind justified it to the point where it's not that bad. These are girls who want to party. They want to be here. They're lucky that they get to have sex with whomever it might be, and this is just part of the fun. Or do they know every time they're drugging a girl for sexual reasons that, oh my gosh, what a terrible thing you're doing?
Personally, I think people can trick themselves for so long, but I think everybody walking the planet that's done something wrong, and we've all done something wrong at different levels. Deep down, deep down, people know the truth about themselves. Deep down.
Okay.
They just want to ignore it because it scares the fuck out of them.
Cover it up.
Well, because they know they're a monster.
Yeah, and maybe that's why they're doing drugs or whatever else they're doing, is because it shuts down those voices, your conscience.
I mean, people can play stupid as long as they want. I never knew it, but deep down, people know.
Yeah. I would imagine all the Diddy stuff, we're probably talking a good amount of time before we really get nuggets. You're going to have people just spitting stuff out. And I'm wondering, in 6 months, are we still going to be talking about Diddy?
Oh, yeah.
Think so? Still going to have this much steam?
We were talking about him 6 months ago when the Cassie thing came out. So,
I
do think. What, November?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting up to 6 months on that.
Let them put it together. Let the feds take the time they need. If it needs to be a year, let it be a year. But hopefully when they do finally bring the charges against him, they've got the goods to get him if he did everything he's being accused of.
I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of receipts out there.
It sounds
and to me,
like.
that's when you have a slam dunk case, when you're able to prove it. All the stuff where it happened in 1983, although it could have happened, it's just tougher to prove. When you got the receipts, man, it's slam dunk time.
You're right.
It is just odd death. That's the stuff I'm kind of going down, is the paths of the odd deaths. With Diddy, Kim Porter, his ex-wife, who, what was it, like some kind of fungal lung infection
she had like the flu.
Right.
She died as a young, healthy, fit woman.
Yeah, like I think in her 30s, late 30s, something like that.
I can't remember, but
late 30s, early 40s.
Maybe 40s.
It was way before what your expected death age would be.
Way before her time, and they're saying that she was going to put together a tell-all thing about him.
Yeah,
that they had beef,
and that is the common thing. And then the line that is out about Jay-Z is that I think her name's like Kathy or something like that. It's wasn't that the one that Beyonce was singing, Kathy with the good hair or whatever it was?
Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good hair. Okay. So there was apparently a girl that Jay-Z was hanging out with about the time that Beyonce got pregnant with Blue Ivy. And so Jay-Z has this thing going with Beyonce where she's going to give birth to his child, but yet he has another mistress. And I think her deal was that maybe she was pregnant. And he had bought her all these shoes. She had about $300,000 worth of purses and shoes that Jay-Z had bought her. Apparently when they would go out together, he would buy her a pair of shoes every time. And each time, a pair of shoes was about $30,000.
Oh, my gosh.
For her shoes. And so she didn't like the fact that he was going to cut it all off. And she's like, okay, well, then I'm just going to do a tell-all. And then I think it was, let me find the story here. I believe it was 11 days after, it was 5 days after Beyonce announced that she was pregnant with Blue Ivy Carter, that Kathy White was found dead of an apparent brain aneurysm at the age of 28. So the one who's about to do a tell-all on Jay-Z dies of a brain aneurysm. That's just, I mean, hey, if you got somebody that's got all that on you and could wreck your marriage and foil the first baby you're going to have with your wife, you just got to be like, wow, God, a brain aneurysm. Thanks, man.
Look,
right?
man, in the history of powerful people cover shit up. I'm not saying that's what happened, but would you be shocked?
Well, if all this stuff really does plan, and now I'm just going on what the TikTok videos are saying is what happened, and this is kind of odd. But yeah, if you tie all these circumstances together, that 5 days after Beyonce announces her pregnancy with Blue Ivy Carter, this Kathy White, who I think might have been also pregnant with Jay-Z's baby, dies.
There's a clip of Kanye, and I mean, it's Kanye, so you never know what the fuck he's talking about sometimes, but he was basically addressing all the guys coming for him and trying to bring him down. He's like, I'm one of the guys that hasn't murdered anybody. The people calling me out.
Yeah.
You guys have murdered people. I haven't murdered anybody, so it's getting kind of ugly.
Well, the clip that they keep pulling out is even Kanye West when he went off on that weird little tirade and concert where he was asking Jay-Z not to send his killers after him. I know you got killers. Don't send them after me. And he was talking about how Beyonce wasn't going to be happy unless she beat him in a category for some song award. And he was on stage ranting. I mean, you've got the audio clear as day, and that's the audio that they put in the TikTok video is Kanye on stage saying this. So you're like, what are you talking about? Jay-Z's got killers and don't send them after me.
That's what he's saying. He's saying he's got killers and don't send them after me.
Because I'm like, if you're asking Jay-Z, be like, what does he mean by that?
I think that's what he
nothing.
means.
That's just Kanye. You know, he says weird
Kanye's
things.
crazy.
Kanye's crazy. You can't take anything he says right.
All of a sudden, Kanye's gonna have an aneurysm.
Yeah, I'd love to see, too, the autopsy report.
Yes.
Like, who did the autopsy? Show us the proof that the aneurysm happened. Like, show us the bank account of the person that declared it a aneurysm.
Well, they had said with the Kathy White part of it is Jay-Z, he has a team, and they scrubbed the internet of really any mention of her. And so he had a team that was doing nothing but taking down any story of Kathy White, any kind of link, any kind of video that showed them together. And the thing he would do when he hung out with Kathy White, he would always make sure she had at least 3 friends with her to confuse and to not make it look like, I'm just hanging out with a bunch of girls. But he was with that Kathy White. That was what Jay-Z was doing. That was part of his plan.
This is just one small section of music we're talking about. I think there's going to be an avalanche within the next 5 years.
So Cat Williams said this is the year of reckoning.
Well, I'm Snack Williams, and I feel like Cat Williams is right. I think you're going to see it in a lot of genres of music from from different time periods. I think once it's lanced open, it's going to be, and you'll probably find that even more in Hollywood too.
Kim Porter, she died at the age of 47. It was from lobar pneumonia, Lobar. It's a type of pneumonia characterized by the infection and inflammation of one or more lobes in the lung, and it's typically caused by bacteria. It's just odd. It's an odd way to go, right?
It is.
When you're growing up, are you ever afraid that one day you might die of lobar pneumonia?
No.
Okay.
She was just young and healthy and fit looking too.
Yeah.
She had the goods, and then she died.
Yeah. So they're starting to stack them all up, and then there's people, and then that's the question: are these people credible at all? That Jaguar White, she believes Diddy had something to do with Kim Porter's death.
Jaguar White thinks everyone's got something to do with that. That's the thing. She's got a lot of claims.
She does.
And a lot of claims.
And would any of those stick? She's the one, I believe, that was talking about I'll Be Sure. And they've even linked in the odd illness with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, that's what I was saying last week. The other one, too, man, that they keep on is Clive Davis. Clive Davis is in a lot of shit mentioned about how he is the main evil person that taught Diddy everything he knows.
How about that?
When it comes to how to manipulate artists, how to manipulate the whole system from him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's a weird story about him and Whitney Houston. Clive Davis had some kind of a party the night Whitney Houston died. She died in that bathtub, and he still went on at the same hotel to have a party. Like nothing went wrong, and people thought that was real weird and shady.
Have to look into that more. See what that comes up. Okay. Could be some fascinating stuff.
I think I need to get out of it. I got to stop watching gossip videos.
There are so many rabbit holes you can go down.
It started with Cat Williams.
I know.
It did.
And then fucking Diddy
He got us going.
gets brought down 2 weeks later.
You're right.
He got us going. Blame it on Cat Williams. There's another intriguing story. It's tied in. Did you see the latest project of Morgan Wallen?
No. What's he got now?
A 6-story bar.
Oh, I did see that, called This Bar.
This bar in Tennessee Kitchen. He's opening up in Nashville this year. And
all the chairs will be bolted down, though.
yeah, you got to wonder. Last Sunday, if you missed it, or the Sunday before, he's arrested for throwing a chair off of the rooftop of Eric Church's Chiefs Bar on Broadway in Nashville. And coincidentally, do you know what the #1 song on the Billboard Country Airplay chart is this week?
Morgan Wallen.
It's Morgan Wallen with Eric Church. Man Made a Bar is the name of the song.
Yeah, I don't think country fans give a shit that he threw a chair out the window. They don't give a fuck, Kevin.
You're right.
No. And
in fact, he kind of gets rewarded for bad behavior.
Well, the problem was they said it started copycat stuff. Some dude was on top of Jason Aldean's bar and chucked a chair off the roof, which I know that's happened before.
Now, that guy, he's going to get his ass beat and tased because I don't think that guy can write a song.
Yeah, you're right. If you have a #1 song on the country chart, check all the chairs you want.
Look, if you can score a touchdown or write a hit, baby.
Yep.
Did that guy hit anybody?
I didn't hear anything about it making contact, but yeah, that's why I'm just surprised they still have freaking chairs on those rooftop patios.
Thank you. They get so packed at night, you don't need chairs anyway. Everybody's standing, so just take the chairs and put them inside.
I think we should build our bars wider, not taller, but that's just me. What can I say?
Yeah.
It's downtown Nashville. I don't know if they have wide real estate.
I don't know what to fucking tell you, Virginia.
Did you see that the U.S. Justice Department has Live Nation and Ticketmaster in the crosshairs? You all upset about some of these ticket prices? Well, they want to make a difference. They are apparently looking into the industry dominance that Live Nation, which is the parent company of Ticketmaster, has. And they're saying we need more competition. This isn't working because consumers are paying crazy amounts of money to go see some of these acts. And we need to lower the price.
I would agree with that.
They said it could happen as early as next month. So they're getting right on it. Should be nice. I mean, we are talking about insane. What, the Taylor Swift stuff? You're talking about $2,000 for the average ticket price?
Well, I know it sounds kind of just rinse and repeat, but it just, one believes that everything's just going to be expensive from here on. From cheese to Taylor Swift tickets, everything's going to be fucking expensive for the rest of our days.
When does it come to the point where they're not making any money because nobody can afford to do anything?
That's what I always wonder. I go, is this this new way of life? Is it ever going to go back down? I'm talking about with everyone seems to be saying the same thing. Who's just a regular person who's just trying to make it through life. Everyone seems to be struggling. Everything's expensive. Is that just how it's gonna always be? Do we have to take it in the dick or the clit or whatever you want, whatever private part you want? Insert private part.
I'd prefer not to take it in the clit.
And I don't want to take it in the dick.
Yeah, they're saying probably at least another year before you start seeing really any kind of relief. And yeah, is it ever going to fix itself? I don't know.
I don't know, man. That's what I feel like. That's what kidnappers say. I'll release you in a year. One more year and you can leave, Kevin.
Yeah. So I know we're doing less stuff. So I can't imagine how some of these places stay open. If nobody can afford to do anything, how the freak does anybody make any money?
Dude, I couldn't believe it. I was already there, so I didn't want to leave. And I was recommended this pizza place. The pizza place was not over the top, fancy looking. It was like a regular pizza place. These motherfuckers were charging $20 for a small pizza and $30 for a large. And those were the only two sizes you could get.
And it wasn't like anything special.
Fuck no! The only thing special was how much rage I had eating it.
Huh.
Yeah, who's gonna buy that?
$20 for a small pizza.
That's insane.
It seems like that's double of what it should be.
Of course it is.
Yeah, that's just why I wonder how these places make any money, because you would think most people would be like, yeah, you know what, I'm not paying that.
Well, pizza inflation is definitely a real thing, Kevin. You were talking about, in my mind, a pizza, $11, $12,
yeah,
13 at the most.
Right.
That would be the right price of a pizza.
That's where the price is set for me.
Now it's $20.
Yeah. Everything is just, yeah. Shocking.
When it starts attacking our pies, Virginia.
It's attacking our pies. It's punching us in the clit.
Kids are becoming cats. Shit.
What kind of world are we in? I don't know of anybody under the age of 70 that still reads Reader's Digest, but if you do take them as gospel, they crowned Steve's Pizza on Biscayne Boulevard in Miami as Florida's top pizzeria.
Steve, huh?
Steve's Pizza.
Very authentic, very Italian.
Yeah, Steve is just not who you would think would have.
I don't know a lot of Italian Steves.
Sounds...
They couldn't give it to a guy named Tony?
I don't know. There's so many Tony pizzas out there, and there's so many Anthony pizzas. A lot of Geno's.
Yeah, I'd not even heard of Steve's Pizza, but it's kind of close to North Miami, and it's not even really close to anything.
Is it it's a one and done, or is it a chain?
Seems like it. No, it seems like it's just a one and done.
Have you? What are your guys' thoughts on CC's? I know it's your cheaper pizza. Do you like it for cheap pizza? Do you think it's good, or you think CC's is not any good?
I've never eaten it.
Yeah, I think I've only had it once in my life, but everyone goes, it's a four-level bird. Does that make it good?
I would get it for like my kid, I used to get my kid Little Caesars all the time. The Little Caesars that we used to always go to just closed.
I don't think kids give a fuck about, for the most part, when it comes to mac and cheese or pizza. I think a pizza's a pizza until the age of, I don't know, teens probably.
Yeah, they don't really have the best judge as far as their palate. They don't like flavors that are bold. They kind of like things to be kind of bitch ass.
Some people are saying CC's is gross and it's garbage, but I also like it. And I know what they mean by that. Something can be garbage and just bullshit, but it can still taste good.
Yeah, there are some people that truly love bland food. They like it. And, I know you hated the pizza crossing, and I think relatively that might be bland type pizza.
I don't even have the fucking words for that pizza. That shit was just, I
belly bomb.
I'm not kidding. I thought they mixed their dough with concrete.
Yeah. It is a gut bomb, yeah. But
I took that hard, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I can hear it in your voice. But yeah, I think some people just like that. So that's maybe why something's so polarizing when it comes to taste, is because some people just love, give me the bland, baby.
Well, I think, too, people like the idea of a cheap pizza. If you have kids, you get two pizzas. Mm-hmm. Your kids are fed, and you and your partner is fed, and everyone seems to go to bed not too hungry. At least that's how it was. It's changed, baby.
I grew up in a place where when you talk about if you're going to season something, that meant putting salt on it. That was it. That was like the only seasoning they know. Salt, maybe a little pepper, but pepper spicy.
I wonder why that is. That some parts of the country just say, "Yeah, we're not gonna season shit."
I think you cook the way that your parents cooked sometimes, you know? It's generational, it's passed down, and if your parents always made you bland food, then you're just used to bland food.
Then why do we have such great food? Is it because we have so many different cultures down here, probably?
Yeah, I think so. And a lot of the Spanish influence, and you got more peppers and jalapenos and spices and things like that come from that culture. And so
you're kind of blaming your pizza crossing in Logan, Ohio on lack of flavor, not the fact that they put concrete in their pizza.
Did you see a lack of people?
There was not a lack of people.
Right.
It was packed.
It was packed. People, it's the best pizza in town.
Yeah. So they're tickling somebody's tummy.
You're right.
That. Yeah. So, I mean, it's working for someone.
I felt bad, too, because I went back-to-back days, once with just me and my friends and then once with your dad. And I went in there with such low hopes the second time, and your dad was just singing its praises.
Oh, I know. He
as
loves
I'm
it.
taking bites of just bullshit.
My dad eats really bland food. Yeah, he does. And he loves it. Yeah.
He loved the pizza
it. Yeah, he does. He loves it. Tom said, come to North Miami Bird for some Steve's. They have a sweet sauce, great wangs, and garlic rolls, too.
I wonder if there was a place that some KVJ Nationers, and Toph might have been one of them. They were down in Miami. They posted the pictures of it. And I still think about the pictures. I wonder if it's Steve's that she's talking about. It looked fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Brent might have been involved in it too. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know the name of that restaurant. I want to go there.
Yeah, that's a new one. I'm unfamiliar with Steve's Pizza. That is a brand new concept for me. Now, there's some of the photos, Bird, of what they do with their pizzas. If you're watching YouTube, that is how they sell themselves.
Yeah.
That's Steve's right there.
I'm definitely getting pizza. Today's definitely a pizza day.
Oh, I'm going to put some Steve in your mouth. Open up wide because Steve's coming in.
Oh, man.
Does look good. Does look good. Okay.
Just give it to me, Steve.
It's so saucy, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. Always, if you got some insight on something, send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. Love that. I am off to a luncheon here today.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
There's a guy named Gary Vaynerchuk. He is a dude that does marketing and social media and internet type of stuff. And so he's going to be speaking today. So I'm going to go listen to him.
Nice.
And his wisdom. Yeah, Gary V.
That's okay. It's Gary V.
Yeah, we've seen him online. He's all over like TikTok and stuff.
He is, yeah. He does a lot of stuff. So
you know him, or you're just going like a regular bro?
I'm just going as a regular bro. I got a ticket into his thing. He's speaking at the Kravis today. So yeah, he's good.
Is it a lunch? Like a meal?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, the Kravis has great catering.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, they do a fantastic lunch.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't you just disrespect that thing. You better eat it.
I'm not. I'm going to go home and eat my food and stay on track. So
no, they have good food. You're going to like it.
You're talking to the fucking Terminator.
Dude.
And also too, I'm not a big fan of eating and talking because that's just when people are spitting food on each other.
You got taco shell in your teeth.
If it's a luncheon and he's the speaker, you're just going to sit at a table. It's a round table, and you're eating while he's talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like when people try to give Kevin advice about his marriage. Just let him talk and let him do his thing. You ain't gonna. You're gonna eat what you want.
I usually don't eat those things.
Yeah, you can eat.
You are food rich today.
He's got his ways, and let him have his ways. He don't want to fucking eat.
Anorexic bitch.
As soon as I said it, he's not eating it. That fucking thing. Why am I even wasting it?
I love like free luncheon. You got a ticket.
It's the only reason why I ever go to meetings is because of the lunch.
I'm there for the mental snack. That's what I want. Yes, I want to be fed that way. So I'll let you know. Hopefully I'll see some good stuff. All right, y'all. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.